So now we completely define the definition of a fluid, and we introduce the different types of deformation forces. Now we are looking to the second portion of the title of the course, which is the word mechanics. In books, definition of mechanics is actually a branch of science that's actually deals with forces and energy of materials. So we know that materials can come in three different shapes, right? Solid, and I would say fluids now, because now fluids combine both liquids and gases. So the mechanics as a science is applicable to fluids because fluids is part of the material, right? So mechanics can actually deal with, let me get the color here. Mechanics, the science of mechanics, can be actually branched into two parts. The first one we call that the statics. The second one we call that dynamics. So the static is actually looking into the forces and energy of material in case these materials are stagnant, right, or at rest. So it's addressing forces and energy of, now I'm not gonna say material anymore, I'm gonna say fluids at rest. While dynamic is gonna address the forces and energy of fluids. Let's keep that, fluids at motion. So we're gonna expose ourselves to how to address the forces affecting and the energy content of a fluid at rest, and we call that statics. And the second portion, when we look to the forces and the energy of a fluid in a motion, and we're gonna call that dynamics. Usually we call the course fluid dynamics, right? But also we're gonna expose ourselves to do some analysis for fluids at rest, which means that statics. So the word mechanics is actually more general to call your course as fluid mechanics, to include both the statics and the dynamics at the same times. And we will see that as coming chapters, looking for 2 or 3 chapters looking to the fluid situation at rest, and we do the analysis for that, like the pressure, hydrostatic forces, and so on. And when we start getting fluid in motion, we're going to look to the dynamics of that fluid, looking to the fluid momentum, continuity, and more. So that's going to come later on. So now we can actually define the fluid mechanics in total. Now this is the integration of the title. We addressed each part separately, but now we can actually define the title. So now I can say that fluid mechanics is a science study energy and effects of forces of fluids, between parentheses I would say liquids plus gases, at rest and in motion. And that's now give you the general definition of fluid mechanics. So fluid mechanics is a science that we're going to study how the forces are affecting our fluid, especially the content of energy of that fluid, when the fluid is either at rest or the fluid is at motion. And that's now give us the full picture of what fluid mechanics course will cover. See you in the next video.